some chocolate?
Ow, it's so hard. I might have just broke the tooth.
Let me check. You did? No, I don't want that. I don't like the coffee chocolate. I don't like the coffee undertones.
This video is
Not
sponsored.
Sponsored.
Oh yeah. They're not sponsored, we can't show. No, I'm just kidding. Kona bars though, I will gladly promote you. They are chocolate with Kona coffee grinded in it. And 1 bar is like half a cup of coffee. So if I eat 4 bars, I'll be set. Right?
Right.
So shout out to Kona bars.
Okay.
You should sponsor us.
Hello, everyone.
Oh no, I dropped chocolate.
Just giving chocolate to our dog, poisoning him on camera. We have the evidence now. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with house hunting part 2. We're a little bit late to the game on this. If you can't tell, we have already moved quite a bit. But we're finally getting around to filming this breakdown, and then after this, you'll start seeing all the moving vlogs. And in this video, we'll reveal which house we picked. So,
while we're showing all this, try to guess which one we picked because it is in
this video. Yes.
That'll be fun. Drop in the comments.
And then we'll tell you at the end. Okay. All right. Let's get into the houses. I mean, if you haven't watched our part 1, that kind of explains what we're looking for, where we're looking for it, and I don't know.
We're rusty.
It kind of explains the.
You got this.
Well, it explains a little. It explains a bit about the Hawaii house hunting process. If you're curious, it's a lot different than the mainland, so you can go watch that video because we explain it all there.
There we go. That was it. Yeah, we're link it above or below or something for you.
Okay, so let's get into all the houses.
Let's
start
do it.
with house number 1, which we called the Reno House.
The Reno House. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh.
And Hansie, go get it. Oh my goodness, cutie.
All right, so the Reno House. Would you like to do the pros or the cons?
Sure. So they actually let us look at this house before it was even like technically on the market or whatever, because they were still in the process of renovations. They were thinking it would be like another few weeks before it was ready, but
after looking at it, it was at least a couple-month project.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Okay, so the pros was spacious. It is a 3-bedroom, and I feel like it was a 3-bedroom for the price of 2 bedrooms because it was about the same price as a lot of the 2-bedrooms.
How much
on the market.
did this one cost?
This is $2,900.
And most 2-bedrooms are like 26 to 32, so it's right in line with it.
It was pretty bright. Like everything was.
Okay, that's a.
Everything was white, and obviously they were remodeling it, so that was a pro. And yeah, I put spacious on here twice, but yeah, the rooms were pretty big, and I think every room had a pretty big closet as well.
Yeah. And it's always nice getting a newly remodeled place. So that was kind of like an exciting part, but also like they got a lot of work to do, and it's probably gonna take a lot more time.
I liked a lot of their choices. Like I really loved the floors. They were in the process, so we would have been able to give them feedback if we did want to rent it. They were open to our suggestions of like ceiling fans and like what light fixtures we would recommend and things like that. Which
Very
is cool.
true.
So,
however, they were not remodeling the kitchen. And the kitchen really needed a lot of work. It was kind of like falling apart and just...
It's very outdated.
Super outdated, so you kind of wonder why wouldn't they remodel the kitchen with everything else? But they didn't want to, and that was something that we both kind of left like, what happened in there?
Yeah. Then they're not doing any doors on all the cabinets, so like... Your whole kitchen cabinet would be open,
shelves.
So I feel like it would just look really cluttered.
Yeah, so that was one of the cons. Another con was it was a shared wall. So literally, right through the wall, there was a couple, and they had the other half of the home.
Yeah.
And there's just kind of... There's, with that, also a shared washer and dryer, which is like on their side of the house. So we would have to like walk either around their backyard to their side of the house or around their front yard, past their front door, like to the washer and dryer that was on the side of their house. So it just would have been like,
to go through their personal space.
Yeah, their property, their personal space, and then like their windows right there, and it's just kind of like this weird environment. But yeah, you know, that was it. And then there was also the yard itself. It was decent, but it was a shared yard. There was no fence, and it was on a busy road.
There was also like a septic tank that was covered.
Yeah, like
so
all that.
I don't know. The yard was kind of like
A lot of debris kind of in a corner.
Yeah, some of it was kind of unusable, I feel like. And yeah, no fence for Handsome, and right next to a busy road. So.
Right. So yeah, just, you know, a couple cons for us.
Yeah.
But I think we need to be more careful with how we're sharing this.
Why?
Because I feel like after hearing that, they can be like, they didn't choose that one. So we need to tread carefully moving forward.
Okay, next house we called the Sunroom House.
Sunroom House.
This one had a pretty good price. It was $2,500. What were the other pros?
It was fairly updated. It was looking good. Covered parking. We like covered parking. There was a bonus room. And this is like the sunroom area, and it was like this long rectangle.
Yeah. It just felt like a sunroom.
Yeah, sunroom.
It was kind of weird because there was a sliding glass door to that room that attached to one of the bedrooms.
Yeah.
So that was kind
of
of
cool though.
I feel like you would just we would have probably used it as a master bedroom, the sunroom. So both the other rooms were a little small.
Yeah. I really think we're gonna give away which one we pick.
But you know what I mean? We just
as we're saying this is like, all right, we're kind of making it clear that this is also one we did not pick. I was like, how can I, like, you know, make this sound better? I was gonna be like, but we really love the price of $2,500. Something that was super.
If people follow me on Instagram, they already know which one we picked.
Fair enough.
And the cons were that there was no yard space and the bedrooms were pretty small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on to house number 3,
yes.
The Christmas Cottage.
The Christmas Cottage.
The cutie booty.
Love the Christmas Cottage. Just one of those places that you never want to leave. It's the Christmas Cottage.
Oh, you're really getting handsy, baby. Was that handsome?
We're gonna have to go back and see if they heard that. That was a straight fart. He stood up and had full extension of the intestines for good airflow.
Oh my goodness.
Sufficient velocity.
What are you talking?
Velocity. I can't speak. I'm jacked about the Christmas Cottage.
Okay, let's get into the Christmas Cottage. Do you want to share the pros or the cons?
I'll do the pros because I love the Christmas Cottage.
Okay.
Very spacious. It was very updated. It had a beautiful jacuzzi tub. The place was just like, you walk in, you're like, cozy. This is home. Like, I love this place. And there had, the covered lanai, the yard space. It was bright and airy. All these things just made me fall in love with the Christmas Cottage.
Yes.
And yeah, I love the Christmas Cottage.
I think we got that. Okay, the cons was the price was really steep.
How much was it?
It was $2,900 plus utilities on top of that.
So we're looking at like 31 plus.
That would have gone in the 3,000 range, and we just maybe we could afford that.
And we can afford that, you know. I know, that's why I was gonna say something else, and I'm like, I just need to say I love it, so we don't give away anything. Okay.
It also was kind of like a weird lease term, like it was a short term lease situation. Well, it was kind of either or, but she preferred a short term because she wants her daughter to move into it eventually. So it just didn't seem like a long term. It seemed like even if we did do like a 1-year lease, we would have to find somewhere else after that because we knew her daughter wanted to move into it.
Which kind of worked out for us with the thought of potentially moving into this other place that we originally thought we were going to move into.
Yeah. So at first we were thinking it could work. Then also it was furnished, which was a con for us because we have a bunch of furniture, and if we had to rent a storage unit
on top of it,
like she wasn't kind of willing to. She was like gonna try to make it work, but a lot of the furniture she didn't have space to store. So
she was super sweet though. She did offer to bring it down to $2,600 if it was only a couple of months to make up for us having to still pay for the storage unit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I put a con was gray walls.
I like the walls.
I like white walls.
Yeah.
Also, the master bedroom was a little bit dark. The rest of the house was pretty bright, but the master bedroom was a little bit dark, and it was kind of small because I don't even think she said we couldn't even fit a master or a king size bed in there. She said you couldn't fit a Cali king, but you could fit a king. It just would be tight, and you would have no space for bedside tables. Pretty much so. All right, so that was the Christmas cottage. Let's go on to house number 4, and we called this one Break the Bank.
Break the bank!
The most expensive house we toured. Enjoy.
We literally toured this one just because it looked really nice and we wanted to see it.
Yeah, we were kind of on this high of touring places, so we just messaged a bunch of people even if we couldn't afford it.
And it was kind of the thought of you never know. You go in, sometimes you really connect with people, and you say, yeah, this is just a little out of my price range. This is really more where we're looking. And if they really like you, they might be like, we can do that.
Yeah.
Because it's a common thing for tenants or landlords to be like, just can't find good tenants, or this tenant didn't work out. So if,
sometimes they're willing to make...
just make it easier for a good tenant to get in.
Yeah.
And yeah, you never know. So we took a shot.
Yes, so we
they
went
didn't
there.
Budge. I guess we're not good tenants.
I didn't want to live there anyway.
I know. It was too far deep into the jungle.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that on the cons location. But let's start with the pros. Do you want me to do it? Are you going to take another bite of chocolate?
No, I could do it. I am. This chocolate is so good. We don't have to get into that though. We already did, right?
Yeah.
So this place was huge. It was a beautiful property, detached, so it was his own separate home building. It was huge. It was awesome. And the yard space was magnificent. So much yard space. It was at the top of this hill. We didn't get to see over the hill because that's where their house was, but the view was probably
it was a shared property,
glorious.
So the landlord's house is on it.
Right, but massive. It was awesome.
Yes. I think that covers that.
Yeah.
It was updated.
And it was super updated. And then the cons?
Cons price, this one was $3,200.
Before utilities.
Insane. And then
so you're looking at $35.
It was a short-term lease because it was just a guy who was out of the country and he doesn't know when he's coming back. So basically at any minute you could be like, oh, you have to leave.
Gotta go.
It was also furnished, which was a con.
Yeah.
All right, and that was that. Now we're going to move on to house number 5, the Fixer Upper.
I just feel like I'm fixing things up when I'm doing this.
Yeah. It's very effective.
I was jazzed about the Fixer Upper.
Yeah, why don't you do the pros?
Alright, so came up on Craigslist and...
No pictures.
No pictures. Barely any description.
Mysterious.
Basically said, come check it out. But the price, loved it. It was $20.
On Craigslist, it was listed at $2,500, which was a good price.
Yeah, true. For a 2-bedroom. And location was good because it was right by where I worked, which is not a good price in general, but here it's a good price. Yeah. Anyway, we go and the guy's like, yeah, I'm looking for $2,150, and I'm like, jackpot.
His son had listed it, but when we got there, he said it was a lot lower than the listing price. So
yeah. So anyway, I just had a feeling about this place. I was like, babe, this is it. And then we just went through a roller coaster of trying to find a place, and it just was kind of getting weary, tiresome, right? And we were just, I would even say getting to the point of getting nervous and maybe losing a little bit of faith that we're gonna find a place, right? Or find the place or whatever it is. I don't know what was going through our heads, but it was an emotional roller coaster. And then this came up and I was like, this is it, Lord. I feel you on it. And we go and check it out. The price is great. It had a huge living room. Loved that.
Yeah, that
could have had
really
great gatherings.
Yeah, I feel like that was really good space. It had really good potential to transform that room.
Right, and the yard space would have been great as
Pretty
well.
Good yard too.
But
the cons, it needed a lot of work. Like, I would have been doing DIY videos for the rest of my life, I think.
you would have been so happy.
Kind of, but it was also kind of felt like a little cold and like, you know?
It did not feel homey. It felt like you were in like a frat house.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could feel like in like the kitchen was like missing countertops, like there weren't.
I forgot about that.
I don't know. It was just
It's just gaps.
Yeah, there was just like
where
gaps.
like they used to be.
So it wasn't super functional, and yeah, we'd have to do a lot of work to make it feel cozy because it almost felt like everything was exposed, you know, like it was still under construction. And
Pretty
maybe
much,
that's just like how the walls and floors felt, and that just is kind of like the overall.
Yeah, super outdated. Needed a lot of work.
And there was also a nice, lovely beehive in the
backyard.
Yeah, like a full-on
massive beehive.
Yeah.
Like, yay big. And like bees all over it.
Yeah.
And he said he tried to get rid of it like 10 times, tried to get somebody to come out to move it elsewhere and all that, and like nobody could or would.
So then that would be worrisome for having our dog back there.
Yes.
Okay, but that was the fixer-upper.
The fixer-upper.
Now we're going to move on to the last house we toured, and this one we called the Sunset Duplex.
The Sunset Duplex.
Take a look.
Wait, we should, before saying that, we should be like, alright guys, that's it. Take a guess in the comments which one you think we got.
Okay. Alright.
I'm totally
guys,
kidding.
That's it. Which one do you think it is? And then it's just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
There's one more.
There's one more.
Maybe we picked this one.
Just maybe.
Not obvious. Okay, this one
Alright,
is
the Sunset Duplex. But can we make like a song for this?
Sure.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
What did we find?
What did we do?
What did we find?
What did we find?
That's when you go, the Sunset Duplex.
Okay.
What did we find?
The Sunset Duplex.
Where did we go?
To the house. I give it a 0.
Alright. Okay. I'm just going to take the lead on this.
Oh, okay. So this was the last Not me taking the lead. Yeah, it's so sad. That's so sad. I am the leader. Okay, guys, this is not actually funny.
What is going on?
Or we should not be laughing at this behavior. But it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. But this is not good behavior. Wait, what are you doing? Okay.
What is...
They love to wrestle, so it's like common when Hanso's playing that he'll like try to dominate Kyle as playing, but he's also like,
I never allow him to actually win though.
He's also super excited because our neighbor's dog is in heat.
Dude.
So I think he's just got sex on the brain.
100%. Handsome always stays close to us, and here, like, I'll open the car door and he bolts.
Yeah, he just
straight
wants
down
to
the
get
street.
To his lake.
And he's so excited. And she's a very pretty,
She's cute.
yeah, golden retriever, just like him. So I got him pinned down with the elbow, letting him know who's actually the king here.
Okay, but I just wanted to say we found this listing on Craigslist, and this one was this one also was very mysterious. No photos, not much of a description.
Not much at all.
But we saw that it was in the location we wanted.
Yep.
And we were just like, okay, let's go see if we can check it out.
Yeah. So we did.
And this was a much different experience than the first no photo place we went to.
Yeah, very true.
Alright, you want to get into the pros?
It looks like my notes are gone. I think Handsome deleted them all.
Okay.
Oh wait, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so the pros were the price. This one is also $2,500. However, that's including utilities.
Electric, water, gas.
So they take care of all of it. And they're like, just don't abuse it. They basically give like $150 cap, and then once you start getting over that, if you do that like consecutive months, then it's like, all right, guys, you know, basically you got to start paying it or paying the difference or whatever it may be. So we love that. $2,500 flat.
Which makes it probably the cheapest.
The most affordable 2-bedroom
that we looked at.
Probably on Maui. What are we looking for, you ask? Spacious place with big closets, beautiful views, a big yard, and a quiet street.
That's all the pros.
That's all the pros. It was perfect.
You just listed that out so eloquently.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a really great property. Like, huge yard.
Oh, can I add my favorite?
Sunset views. What?
200 square foot covered lanai.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put
That is like my favorite part too. I'm making it like, you know how people have like, guys have man caves? This is like my man lanai, you know? And it's dope because like setting up a barbecue area and gatherings and fire pit and all this stuff. And, you know, I basically drained our savings account, but it's okay because it's very exciting and fun and like...
It's creating an atmosphere for us to host people.
Yeah, which is something we have
really had
a big heart for, but haven't been able to do it, right?
Yeah, so we've already had a couple gatherings here, and we've only been
It's
here
been so
for
nice.
like a week.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Tiring, but nice.
Alright, and then the cons is it is a duplex. So there is another unit on top of us. It's currently being renovated, so we have no idea who's going to end up... Do you guys hear that?
The donkey.
There's also a donkey. Should we put it on the cons list?
I don't know. I kind of like the donkey.
The donkey's kind of fun,
Yeah.
and he only says hello every once in a while.
Yeah.
We think it's a donkey. We're
No, I'm like 99% sure it's a donkey. What's it like? Oh.
Like, I don't know any other animal that sounds like that.
It is a donkey, but there's also a bunch of deer that bark.
Oh.
Fun fact, did you hear?
Oh, I heard them one night.
Yeah, they bark.
I didn't realize those were the deer.
Our neighbors.
I thought there was a bunch of dogs out there, like, going hunting or something.
Yeah, no, our neighbors with the cute dog. Yeah, they told me.
Oh, cool.
Fun fact.
So we're hoping that we can, like, get some friends to move in upstairs, or that it's, like, 3 women and 3
young
men,
adults,
like
or...
young adults. That because the only concern is, like, if it was a family with young kids, that they would be home all day, running around and
making
being,
tons of noise,
being super loud. So that is the concern.
Our videos would definitely...
Yeah, I don't know.
You might not watch them anymore because there'd just be a lot of yelling and jumping and running around. But
yeah, so that
I thought of another pro because of that.
Okay, what is it?
Also the lease agreement, the term.
Oh yeah.
So they had like a 5-year tenant here and a 10-year tenant here, and long story short, they didn't like pay the rent because of COVID and like took advantage of the rule out here, which was, you know, landlords cannot kick out tenants even if they're not paying because of COVID.
Evict anybody for 2 years.
Right. So
they
basically,
stopped paying, even though they still have jobs and everything.
Yeah. So they took advantage of them and abused that. So basically, you know, once it got lifted, they gave them the boot, said you're out of here, and decided moving forward they're only going to do 3-month lease right off the bat, and then a month to month after that, just so they're not trapped, and if they want to move on from us they can, and we're not trapped, and if we want to move on from them we can. And it's not like the struggle of, oh, I have 6 months left of this contract or whatever, which for some people, if you're maybe nervous about being a tenant and how you live and all that and treat people and whatnot, that might not be the best thing for you. For us, we're like, that's great, because you're not
Knowing
gonna...
us, we move so much that
right.
you just never
like
know
if
when
we
we're
need to move, that gives us the freedom, but we're also not worried they're gonna come in and say, hey, you guys are out, because they want a long-term tenant again, and we're looking for a long-term place. But if a loud family does move above us and it like affects her work and our lifestyle and all of that, then we would have to make a decision to probably move on. But it was cool because we brought that up to them, and he even said, well, keep that in mind when we're searching for people to live there. So it's like they're kind of keeping us in mind and like looking for maybe not a loud, rambunctious family, just because it would affect us and probably make us move on. And so far we have a really great relationship with them, and yeah, can see this as a long-term place.
All right, and then the last con.
There's a con?
There's one more con. It's just that there's
that was it.
A small living room.
Ah.
Yeah, the living room is quite cramped. It just feels like it's kind of just into the kitchen a bit. But really, those were the only 2 cons that we found.
That's true, but we've made it work.
Yeah.
Should we go show them?
Well, you guys will see in my next video, which is a moving vlog.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Stay tuned, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts on each of the places. Don't get excited. Good. We're gonna go now.
Good mommy. Good mommy.
We love you guys, and remember, Jesus
loves you more.
Okay, you want to take a thumbnail?
I thought we just did.
Maybe.
Isn't this it?
I don't know if I got pictures of all these ones for the thumbnail.